Hello, it is day 59 of 365. I am still here in San Diego, California, and it is blazing hot. I don't know if you could see the sweat trickling down my face, but it is. And today is Mother's Day. And when I think about Mother's Day, when I think of all the memories that I've shared with my mom when she was alive, I have the biggest smile on my face because I've done all of the things that I wanted to do with her on Mother's Day when she was alive. Like, I gave her the most extravagant flowers. I did the cards. I took her out. I expressed my feelings. When I think back about Mother's Day and her not being here, I don't have regrets on I wish I did this or I wish I did that. And one of the most fondest memories that I have of my mom on Mother's Day is, and actually this showed up almost every year. And so I'm one of those people that would send like the most extravagant bouquet of roses to my mom. And I remember clearly there was a year that I didn't do it in advance, like way in advance, because I have like very specific flowers I want sent in a very specific arrangement. So I forgot and I did it the day before, and I was in like, I was disappointed in myself. So when I called up the florist, I said, I want 100 calla lilies and I want 500 red roses and another bouquet of sunflowers. And I would send the flowers from myself and from my nieces and nephews and also my sisters and everyone. So I was the one that did it. And so, I mean, I went berserk that day. And when I saw my credit card bill, it was very high. But that was one of the greatest memories I have of her on Mother's Day, because when they delivered the flowers, they could not get it upstairs. So my mom lived on the second floor of a house. So my nephew called me and he's like, Auntie Tina, they can't get the flowers upstairs. It's like the size of a car. They have to take it apart and then they have to bring it up and they have to put it back together. And I was like, oh boy, because I knew what would be coming up next. So then he calls me back and I said, so what did she say? And he said, you know what she said. And this is something my mom said to me every year. She said, how much money did she waste on these flowers? You know, and and then he said, but she said something right after. And he's like, you would not believe it. And I said, what did she say? And he said, but she said it's the thought that counts. And I said to myself, like, okay, she finally got it. So every year, I would always send very big, ginormous bouquets of roses. And my mom, whenever I saw her that day, she would always say, why are you wasting your money? And blah, blah, blah. So that day when I saw her, when they couldn't get the flowers up the stairs, when I saw her, she said the same thing to me, like, why'd you waste all your money? And I said, I wasted all of my money on you because when you're dead, I'm not giving you any flowers. And then she didn't say anything after that. And so, of course, when my mom died, I was the one that went to get the flowers for her. And I remembered specifically being in the florist, and it was the same florist that I would call to order her flowers on Mother's Day. And I remembered those moments when she would fight with me on the overspending and what I would say to her. And of course I was sad when she passed away, but it was a beautiful feeling that, you know what, I didn't have any regrets when I was at the florist and wanted to buy everything in the florist because I didn't do those things before. Like, I did them and I did them really well. And the fun of the bickering that we went back and forth with every year about how much money I wasted on the flowers, it just became such a sweet memory of Mother's Day. So when I think of Mother's Day, that's what I think about. And today I saw a friend of mine posted something on Facebook, and it said, to all the people out there that are wishing their mothers happy Mother's Day, here's a reality check. Your mom is not on Facebook, or the person that you are wishing is not on Facebook and on Instagram. That pick up the phone and call that person. Go and see them. And I totally agree, because one thing that I could tell you from my experience is the worst thing that for me is having regrets. And so on Mother's Day, I don't have any regrets, and thank God I don't, because I would probably be in bed like covered up crying right now. So if you are someone that is wishing your mom or your loved one or whoever it is that you want to honor on Facebook or Instagram or social media and she's not there, go and call her, go and message her, go and see her or him. Go and express your love. Go and buy a card, take her out, cook a meal, him or her, whoever it is, and show your love and show your care, because unfortunately, there may be a moment that that person may not be here anymore and you won't get to do that, and you will spend the Mother's Days after that crying. And that I will not wish on anyone, even if I had my worst enemy. I would not wish that on someone. And by the way, I don't have any enemies. I don't live in that space. But just put the time and the effort. Today's that day that's set aside for that, and go for it. Like, don't post it on Facebook, because they're not on there. Most of them are not. Anyway, happy Mother's Day to anyone that has played that role of nurturing and caring, and all of the moms and dads with pets and everybody. Happy Mother's Day, and I will see you tomorrow from New York City. Bye.